So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the finale of Tomb Raider. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I know I really did. It did take me a very long time to get through it. It was a struggle to record it sometimes, but it was never because I didn't want to record it. This is a very fun game, and I love the way it's delivered and the way that it's put together, and I think they did a really, really good job of the whole thing. And they didn't disappoint when they decided to make Rise of the Tomb Raider either. As Lara said, it's the end of our story in this game, but it's not the end of her story. This is just the beginning of all of the escapades that she goes on. It's just the start of the story of Lara Croft. And I really hope that they decide to make more of these games because, like I said, I really enjoyed it. Most people I talk to who have played this really enjoy it. Most people that I talk to who have played Rise of the Tomb Raider really enjoyed it as well. So we'll just kind of go through the credits and then we will finish it off for good. Those last comments that Lara makes while the ending is finishing there, I do believe is her last sort of journal entry, so to speak, that we get as part of the collectibles in the game. So if you had done all of your collecting up to the point of no return and you finish the game, you should have 100%, and we should be able to see that when these credits finish. You will be able to see your overall completion rate and whatnot. So I think for the most part I'm pretty happy of how things turned out. We did pretty much everything that there was to do. We explored everything. I didn't really miss much. There was a few times where I had to do a little bit more backtracking than I would have liked, but hopefully that didn't deter you guys too much from watching it and enjoying it. I'm not sure if I would ever do Rise of the Tomb Raider. I truthfully actually enjoy this one a lot more. I think that sometimes less is more, and while I did enjoy Rise of the Tomb Raider, this one just feels much more sort of simplistic, and again, it has a really, really great delivery. I enjoy the story a lot more in this one than I do in Rise of the Tomb Raider. So both definitely have their ups and downs, and again, there are a lot of things I think that they did better in Rise of the Tomb Raider as well, but I would definitely have to give some consideration before I decided to let's play that game. I do have it though. And if you enjoyed watching this game, if you had never played it before and you were just watching it, or you have played this and you weren't sure about whether or not you wanted to play Rise of the Tomb Raider, I would definitely recommend it. They didn't change much gameplay wise, so if you enjoy this sort of gameplay and you enjoy the exploring and you enjoy all that kind of stuff, the battle system, then you definitely want to check that out. I personally have never tried any of the older Tomb Raider games, but I know that those are vastly different, and I'm not sure if I would enjoy those quite as much. And this game was sort of my first experience with the Tomb Raider franchise. I haven't watched any of the films or anything either. And this was a nice project length. This should come out to a little bit less than 40 parts, which I think is a very manageable length to Let's Play, but also a very manageable length to watch as a viewer. This was also my first project experimenting with software that I'm using to record PC games. I don't do a lot of PC games, I do a lot of console-based stuff, And I think for the most part it went pretty well. I definitely learned a couple of things that I can improve on if I decide to record more PC games in the future. I have a huge Steam library, so I definitely have a lot of options available. And I think at this point I've pretty much said all that there is to say. It's not really a game where you have a ton of things to say in the afterthought, because it's pretty straightforward. Everything is explained pretty well. It's pretty black and white, so we don't really leave anything up to speculation. I do sort of wonder, though, if Matthias knew that he could kill the Sun Queen. And I think I had brought that up in the Let's Play, whether or not he knew that, or if he just thought that finding another vessel was his only option. My thoughts on that are probably just that he knew that she was angry to begin with, and they would probably stop anybody from destroying her. You know, she would stop them, or she would make the storms worse, or, you know, something horrible would happen. That would kind of be my guess. But I don't really think that's ever explained. Not in Matthias's journals, not in any of the Solaris journals, or anything like that. So I think at this point I'll probably just let the rest of these credits roll, and we'll see the ending result at the very end and how it is that we made out. Whew, okay, that is finally done, and as you can see, it will bring you back to the main screen and it will tell you the overall story completion. We managed to get 100%, and at this point, you can return to the island and do anything else that you need to do. So that's sort of your new game plus. It brings you back to the point before the final area, and you can explore the island at will. I'm not going to be doing that, of course, because we did everything, and it's time for me to finally close this video out. I just want to say, once again, thank you so very much to everybody who supported this project from the beginning until the end, and I hope that I will see you guys for my next project.